Hey, welcome back. I am sorry that the last episode took so long to do. We're going to start this episode off with a rule change, which actually, in the long run will speed things up a little bit. I was looking at how strange Quebec looks. Quebec beat the London Mets in a game, so they assumed their territory. We have this strange shape here in Maine. No one else can get to this territory, and no one else can get to this territory. And keep in mind, nobody travels over the water. If a space is backed up by water, and we'll see one of these in a minute, that counts as a closed border, unless they're still in an area like over here. Let's say the Bisons beat Rochester, and they assume this territory. Well, normally they would get all three of these at the same time, but Toronto's still hanging around over here, and Toronto can take those. Now, if Toronto takes off and they take a county in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, then suddenly this becomes an open territory. And I'll swap it around to keep it fair. Rochester beats Buffalo, then Rochester takes all of this territory, and then Rochester would also get 1, 2, 3. And those would count as upgrades, even though the territory was claimed by a game. So what is going to happen here is Quebec took this territory by beating London. They're going to get an upgrade here and here. That player will get a plus 200. This is a way that we'll be able to chew up some space on the map. I mean, there's so many counties. And I knew this going in, obviously. I started with a blank map and I was like, wow, that's a lot. And I'm not trying to get out of that now. I just think this is an established kind of imperialism rule that I probably should be doing. I was afraid earlier that I would just miss stuff like this. I wouldn't notice it and I'd have to do a lot of backtracking. And so I simplified it by not doing it. But now, and this weirdness with Maine, in the future, when Maine gets to go again, we're not going to have like a wasted spin for Maine where they just access this central area. And then maybe the next time they spin, they go to the east. They get this eastern corner. That's already going to be taken. That is the new map of Maine. Okay, so this is going to go to Pablo Garabitos. He's getting 2 sets of 100. He might actually catch Quinn Cotton on this turn. I know there's only one option on the pitching wheel right now. So he's going to get control right, 439. That moves him up to 43. And then the second 100 will go to, his velocity will go up 1 set. So he's going to 43. Velocity is 92 to 94. It is now 93, 95. Still at a 43. Pretty nice deal for him. Quinn Cotton's still the best player on the team. He's not pitching for 2 games. I mean, they're gonna have to play 2 games without him before they're going to benefit from that. Okay, if we just move down the coast a little bit, we come to this. This is what I would call a controversial one. If there's some sort of controversy, I'm not doing it. It looks like this should go to the Fisher Cats. However, there have been many times where the arrow has gone through a border and I've said, yeah, it's going through a border. It's not hitting this territory. It's proceeding through the border to this other territory. The Boston Red Sox could take this spot. Let's go to one that is not controversial. And so this will be our next change. It's down here in Maryland, in technically Delaware. What's left of Delaware? So since you can't travel over the water, this entire peninsula belongs to the Delmarva shorebirds. What that means is their guy, Ty Weatherly, is getting 400 points right now. 1, 2, 3. Ty Weatherly is a starting pitcher. He is their number 1 guy, but he is tied with 4 other people. I guarantee you he will not be tied after this. We have a picture of him. Yeah, there he is. He's number 1 on the upgrade rankings now, no surprise. He's got 450 points, beating Sammy Natera of the Tri-City Dust Devils by 50. So he's going up to insignificant nationally and locally. People are just figuring out that there is a guy named Ty Weatherly. I think I'm going to write these all down and do them at the same time. Double plays. BABIP. Infield error, control left. He is a 36, double plays, 117, infield error, 168, BABIP, 217, control left, 369. All right, he was a 36. He is now a 42. So let's look at him here. a good stretch ahead of his single A teammates. Moving on to the next one, Norfolk Tides are also going to benefit from this. They have walled off 2 counties. Colton Cowser will receive 200 points for this. You can actually read their logo now as long as you zoom in. And don't worry, this isn't going to go on much longer. This may be the last team that is affected by this. Colton Cowser is a 58, first person that ever was talked about in the game. And he is a left fielder, and he's getting 200. So let's go there. Okay, he's getting base running. Gap right, base running skills and gap right. All right, you can't see it, but that's base running skills. It's going up to 237. He's now one of the smartest base runners in baseball. And gap right 503. Okay, he was a 58. He is now a 62. Nice. So we're going to take a spin down the map and look for more of these. I don't think there are any more currently. State borders don't count. And we definitely have potentials down here. Once these guys go, they're going to get these two. If one of these teams could seal off, they would get all of these. Yeah, that's it. Let's get back to the game. Okay, so there's our new map after that rule was put in place. It affected 3 teams. Hopefully nobody screams East Coast bias. It just was the way it worked out. We have 99 teams on the list. Since we had that deviation at the beginning, maybe I'll just go to 70. Last part of round 3 will be 2 sets of 35 or something like that. Going to 70. Rocket City Trash Pandas. This is no bueno for me because they're right next to the Braves. Rocket City. Smart. Going west. Okay, this is only the second upgrade for the Rocket City Pandas. Going to Yoan Moncada. Third base. Power left. 408. 51. Going to 70. Seattle Mariners. Don't think they can actually play anybody. The Seattle Mariners have never had an upgrade. Andres Munoz. It's a 71, and he's going to get 50 points to movement right. 575. 77. Next up, Columbus Clingstones. Okay, don't think that they're in any danger of playing anybody. No, not yet, but they could be soon. We got range 139. Nashville. This is going to be another upgrade. Nashville's in the middle of nowhere. I guess they could force a confrontation eventually with Bowling Green. This will be his second upgrade. First 100-point upgrade for Chad Patrick. A 49's pretty good. This is a AAA team after all. Infield arm, 219. Someday Nashville will play a game, and Chad Patrick will be the day 1 starter. DSL Nationals, I know exactly where this is. Big Bend, Texas. This is Midland Rockhounds. Probably our first game here. No, it isn't. Okay, this is only the second time the Nationals have gone. They have 1 upgrade to starting pitcher Jose Feliz, coming in at a robust 27. Control right. Oh my goodness. 288. From a 27 to a 28, and he is in a deep hole. Whether the DSL Nationals are playing the Chihuahuas first or the Rockhounds, either way they're playing dogs, Jose Feliz will be the starting pitcher. This is one of the shortest pitching staffs I've seen. There was that one British team that only had 2 pitchers total. They're long gone. The last episode started off with a bang and then ended in a really sleepy fashion. Kind of doing the opposite here, I think. We still have 24 spins to go here, including this one. Knoxville Smokies, also not connected to anybody. They are about as isolated as you can be in this part of the country. Our player on the Knoxville Smokies is Trevor Richards. He's tied with 2 other people. Let's get him untied. That won't do it. Okay, Trevor Richards got a lot smarter, but to no avail. Still tied. Kansas City Monarchs. Are they going to take their shot at the Royals? It's unlikely. No. All right, our player here is Ross Adolph. He's a left fielder. He's going to get gap left, 43, getting gap left, 479, 43. Louisville, another team in the middle of nowhere. That sounded insulting. Didn't mean it that way. Graham Ashcraft, second upgrade. And he gets top pitch ability. That we have seen that one pay out before. This guy's AAA. These should be pretty high. They're not as high as I thought they would be. This goes to 600. So 190. The cutter is going to go to 290. Still not that remarkable. Oh, yes, the Oakland A's. Okay, I think I'm probably going to change this logo today. I'm probably going to find an older one that has green and yellow and white on it. As you can see, the 4th wheel here, which we hardly ever see, is the A's today. All right, we could have our first game here. The Oakland Athletic. Well, they're not really Oakland anymore, but you know what I mean. Boy, this is going to be close. We are going to have a game. Pitchers are very comparable. This is the first game for both teams. Mesa is the upgrade player for the Twins. He's gotten 1. Yeah, Mason Miller I'm going to assume he's a closer. 2,200 people are here, almost 2,300. It's cold, wind's blowing in. Let's see if the LG Twins can hold on to the territory that they have taken on the West Coast. And I guess the A's are getting Antonio Mesa if they win this game. This is interesting. Neither one of these teams have played yet. I'm going to do half innings. So the A's managed to strike in the first, and the Twins got more hits, but they didn't score any runs. Let's just keep the half inning thing going. Top of the second, bottom of the second, top of the third, bottom of the third. I knew that was going to happen. Top of the fourth, bottom of the fourth. Boy, this is starting to get scary. I'm tempted to start watching this. Okay. It's not the dreaded 4-run lead yet. LG's got to respond to this. Let's actually watch the bottom of the 5th and see if LG can do anything about this versus Jeffrey Springs. The number 3 hitter here, 48-56. Grounds out to short. Cleanup hitter. Caught looking. And the number 5 hitter. Very weak. 3 up, 3 down. Top of the 6th. Bottom of the 6th. Top 7. Bottom 7. Interesting. Top 8. Oh, all right. This game's over. Bottom of the 8. Whoa. Jeez, the LG Twins won't die. Top of the 9th for the invading Athletics. Nothing. Here we go. We are 3 runs down, not 5, not 13. A Mason Miller's in. What is his rating? 77. Here we go. LG Twins trying to stay alive. Juntae Kim, the cleanup man, strikes out looking. Why is the cleanup man looking on 1 and 2? Ridiculous. 5-hitter versus a major league closer. Okay. Got a long way to go with 2 outs. Sung Ho Chun, 44 contact. Overall, he is a 35. And he's popping out to short. What indignity. LG Twins gone. Player of the game, Esturi Ruiz. I did change the logo. I went really old school. We're now green. We got the swinging A's here. So I like that. Look at that. It's much better. The A's on the West Coast. The best player on this team. This is the only thing that's going to happen since LG's never played. This is a very modest pickup. Antonio Meza is going the major leagues. And the LG Twins are done. There are 6 Korean teams left. Basso and Spence get the next games. Spence, for some reason, in between the lines, Spence could lose his job. Let's see. He did! Okay, it's not a modest pickup. It finally is gonna happen, maybe. Missoula. Armin Saburi is a closer. Holding runners. 216. St. Louis Cardinals, they've already eaten their only neighbor. Talk about it, isolated. This guy, Ryan Helsley, is going to get movement left. 50 points. 5'11". Amarillo. Amarillo's not going to play anybody because they're up here. I'll just put it that way. Jose Castillo, second upgrade. 206. 47. We're at 87. We're going to 70. Boy, we're a long way from that. Hagerstown Flying Boxcars. I was thinking about this team the other day, and I was like, are they still in the game? They've only gone once. They beat the Frederick Keys 4-3, and they are up here, right here. Hagerstown Flying Boxcars. They've chosen to border the Orioles instead of Altoona. This is a terrible folly. Their second move ever. They've never had an upgrade. This will be their first upgrade. I have no idea who it's going to be. This is such a rare occasion. We got to figure out if it's going to be Mike Kickham. Oh, they're shorthanded. They imported Hunter Alberini right here from the Frederick Keys, and they're still only at 24 players. So it's going to be one of these 2 pitchers. They're probably number 1 and 2 in the Kickham and Martinez. We never get to do this anymore, but here we go. It's going to be number 1. Mike Kickham. This will be the next starter. And he's getting holding runners. 231. DSL Blue Jays. They're in Texas. Oh, they're south of Houston. I thought they were northeast of Houston. Edwin Veras. Infield error. He must have gotten this before. He's at 149. Everything else is in the 20s and 30s. 249. He can't do anything, but if he does end up with the ball in his hand, he will screw it up. They're going to need more than that in Texas. Bristol Vetra. Oh, oh, wow. Okay. I'm not sure if this is exciting or not, but we're at least going to see something. Wind's blowing in. It's raining. It's 44 degrees. Neither one of these teams have ever played a game. The Sea Dogs are AA. The Sea Dogs are missing players. They have too many pitchers. See, look at this. Ridiculous. Their upgrade player who's gotten 150-point upgrade is Greg Weissert. Shortstop and third are going to be played by pitchers. If you look at Bristol, their starting pitcher, and this is their best pitcher, is 11. Their other pitchers are 10s and 9s. There's 1 9. So we got a 43 versus an 11. This guy, Win Baez Ibar, this is the best player on the team. Let's look at Victoras Ratkevicius. He can field his position. Matis Sergatis is the upgrade player. He's been upgraded twice. However, he's never broken free from the ties he has with Mattia Papini and Win Baez Ibar. Oh, they do have a 14. Their closer is a 14. Look out, Portland. If Bristol loses this game, I will be spinning the wheel to see which one of these 3 guys Portland will inherit. This is going to be nuts. All right, so here is Portland's defense. We have these pitchers over here, but the leadoff man for Bristol is a 1-1. Half inning. Wow, they got a hit. So this is what we're all here for. Matis Sergatis, look at him. Skills in the outfield. Let's see how Portland reacts here. We got a AA team. Okay, leadoff man is flies out to left. We're going to do another one. Trace Thompson. I think he's flying out as well. If this 10-rated center fielder can handle it, he does. Garcia. Out of the stadium. Okay, Justin Nixon Garcia just hit it out of the stadium. Well, it says 415 feet, but I never saw it come down. Now we actually have the cleanup man here. And he's going to fly out to third. Portland, on their way to their first victory. Let's go to the 5th. I'm expecting this scoreboard to light up. Very disappointing. Let's go to the 7th. They scored a run? Are you kidding me? Rokas Danilius hit a double, and then Carlson Charles singled. Rokas went hell-bent for home plate on that single. Here's the 7th. 8. You know we have to do it. Win Baez Ibar leading off the great comeback for Bristol Vetra. Saul Feliz chased a bad pitch, according to the text. Mr. Joseph Cuevas, 1-1. And this is the ball game. 2 errors for Portland. Let's see who they went to. Charles Murphy. Yep, Murphy at shortstop. Boy, it's got to be scary. Play shortstop in a game, and it's not your position. That would suck. Every time the ball's remotely hit anywhere near you, you'd be like, instant panic. What is going on here? Well, they were trying everything in the world. Just didn't work out. I got some good pitching from this guy. What is he, a 10? He's a 10. Stuff of 1, movement 1, control 1. Portland, what the heck? We have to figure out who's moving on. I think there's only one British team left, and it's Hearts. It's the one just south of Boston, right here. It's the last British team. We've got 3 in this order. Here we go. This wheel is always here, but it is rarely seen. Number 3. They're getting Matis Sergatis, who they can't use. Portland. Oh. He's 15 points worse than the next worst player. So let's see. I mean, look how sparse this is. They don't have any guys. They're missing people. And still, they're like, nah, it's okay. Look, they have him as a pinch hitter, though. Why? I bet some of the pitchers can hit better than this guy. There we go. Oh, it's so similar to Quebec. Maybe we'll do the red. That's really ugly. DSL Reds. Oh my god. If you don't remember, they're right here. I've been dreading this for a long time. I don't want them to go east anymore. I used to want them to go east, but they never came up. They can go anywhere. They can be in Texas at the end of this. Do not feed the Rays or the Marlins, and they aren't. They're getting out of Dodge. Smartest thing possible. I was going to say, it looks like they're pointing at Pensacola. They beat the DSL Marlins. There were two Marlins teams, DSL Marlins. They beat the DSL Marlins. The other one got no hit by the Dodgers. This one was beaten 11-2 by the DSL Reds. They have 26 players. Jose Paulino was their import when they beat the Marlins. Probably have to break a tie. Yeah, Arnaldo Lantigua and Christian Lopez. I really hope it's a Lantigua. I'm going for one. Come on, one. Dang it. I obey the randomness, even when nobody's looking. Christian Lopez is their upgrade guy from now until the end of time. Control right. Well, it's a big one. 268. At least he's not tied anymore. The new rules about enclosed territories, whoever wins Brewers White Sox will also get this. Now, since they're both major league teams, it's just going to be 50. Oh, Yuba. Cuba Bess is their guy. And the Isotopes will grant him... he plays a lot of positions, but I don't think that's one of... It has finally happened. I'm shocked. I've been waiting for this for 15 episodes. Blocking, framing, arm. He's going to get it. Okay, so look, he's really a first baseman. He's about to become a lot better. Let's remember these numbers. Okay, 23 to 37. He's going to get 33 points to two of these, and then he's going to get 34 points to the one that's the lowest. The one that is the lowest is catcher blocking. So that's going to go to 122. Catcher framing, also 122. And then catcher arm, 134. Look at this. All in the green. 61, 61, 67. And catcher has gone to 60. This guy just became a lot more useful. However, his overall average did not go up. Yeah, he's still tied with Ethan Bates. Which means if these guys play a game and they lose, I'm going to have to spin the choice wheel to figure out which one goes. So Cuba Bess has got to get a point better than Ethan Bates at some point. Hoofdorp. Hopefully are not high on their own supply right now. I'm hoping they grab some territory before they go shooting their mouth off at Fayetteville or Charleston. What I want doesn't matter. It's been proven over and over again. All right, good. I would have to imagine that the Philadelphia Phillies are somewhat annoyed by the misappropriation of their logo. Hopefully Fayetteville goes after Durham. I want Durham to become all-powerful. Woodpeckers, go after the big fish. Leave Hoofdorp alone, please. Man, I've got a bunch of favorite teams in this area. Okay, I'm going to Durham, Kannapolis, Hub City. I like Asheville too. Hoofdorp, Chattanooga, the Trash Pandas. I'm kind of rooting for Winnett to make it out of here alive. You have to remember, they just recently beat Myrtle Beach. They got Gerald Vizcaino, 37, who is going to start their next game. However, 49-year-old Eddie O'Coin is their best original player. He's only had one upgrade. First 100-point upgrade for Eddie O'Coin. Okay. All right, hey, he's 49. He needs a little more juice on the ball. Let's give it to him. Where is he now? 88 to 90. He really does. All right, he's going to go to 89, 91. I saw numbers changing down here. 31! Yes! Hopefully Hooptorp can survive the two more games they're going to have to win in order for him to come around. Although he will end up on another team. The higher we can get this number, the more likely Eddie O'Coin will become a factor on the next team he plays for. Because quite frankly, guys, as much as I like Hoofdorp, I like him as much as anybody. This is a long shot, okay? I've been told there's a small party inside of the small party that's watching this that is going for Hoofdorp. I've heard it from two separate people, and I'm going for them too. That's coming from a Cubs fan. They knocked off a Cubs team. Myrtle Beach is a Cubs affiliate. Fair play, Hoofdorp. They can go anywhere. They could play Quebec and pick up Quinn Cotton. They could play Lake County. They could play Detroit. They could play Buffalo, Syracuse Mets. The moment I've been waiting for, I don't know about anyone else. Ooh. The Blue Jays are being very calm about this. They just decided, you know what? We're not going to attack anybody. We're just going to pick the biggest county that's left in this entire area. Toronto is officially in New York. We've got a bunch of AAA teams in here. We have a whole bunch. They've just added to the number of major league teams that are in this district. Let's see. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the Nationals are 7. That's a big deal. The Blue Jays have arrived. Toronto has gone once. They were attacked by the Three Rivers Eagles, who they dispatched half asleep 11-1. They inherited 38 rated third baseman Omar Marigildo. So this is their first upgrade, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. He's going to get 50. Avoid K. Wright. Is this true? He's signed through 2039? What? Avoid K. Wright, 509. Okay, he's probably going to go to 70, 71 maybe? 73. Just went up 6 points. Is that a record for a major league player? I mean, they only get 50. Where's Marigildo? Aw. Backup third baseman. Bravo, sir. Good job, guy. As the rest of your team festers in their tombs. What am I saying? Let's do another one. All right, one of the most anticipated teams is off the board. They have a remarkable spot on the map. Oh my gosh, the hits keep coming. Now, most likely, Lake County is just going to get an upgrade here because the Cleveland Guardians wiped out all the area territory, and then Lake County wiped out the Guardians. So Lake County is stacked. Sadly, they took the closer from the Guardians, so you will only see him in certain situations. Sadly, he won't be like an everyday player. They do have a border to their east, but it is unlikely that they're going to play Erie, and if they do, they're going to beat them. Yeah, I'm going to go here. This is a good move. They're going to get 100 points and not increase their jeopardy in any way. 2 really exciting moves in a row. We finally get Toronto. Now we get Lake County. Lake County hasn't been involved in anything, and since they beat the Guardians, this is their first upgrade. Lake County has been the aggressor in 2 games. They beat the Something Valley. What was that? The Iron Scrappers. 11-6. They beat the Guardians 4-2. They were the visitor both times. They've inherited 4 players, but they've never had an upgrade. Yeah, this guy is one of the people that he's the lowest, but there's nobody in the 20s on this team. This is a high A team with nobody in the 20s. Jason Churio, he's pretty great. He has no catching ability. I left 504. 41. Pretty impressive. Lake County is going to be a problem. I mean, if they get a 1-run lead, they can bring these guys in. Basically major league talent. The Erie Seawolves can still attack them, but I think Lake County can take them. Charleston Dirty Birds, we're back down here in South Carolina. Oh, no. Charleston Dirty Birds. That's West Virginia. The last of 2 West Virginia teams. And you can see they're in no danger whatsoever. This is the 3rd upgrade for Cavius Sampson. He's already stretched way over the rest of his team. Only player in the 40s. It's not important until it's important. Man, has he gotten this before? I think he has. And he's maxed out. I mean, he's only going to have 5 points left over, but he is maxed out. 250. So he's going to get 5 points on something else. Oh, jeez. Well, this is okay. If there's one team that wants to screw around with this stuff, it's this one. 124. Okay, it's the same. Range of 17, but man, the double plays come like fire. Yeah, this team is so far out in the middle of nowhere that they can do this stuff. See you in round 4, Charleston Dirty Birds. I cannot believe the dearth of games we've had here. This is something of a record. Kiwoom Heroes. It's one of the teams in the ocean. I believe it's them. They're going to be playing somebody. Most likely it's going to be another Korean team. I think in one way or another, a Korean team is going to get better here. Americans or Koreans? Okay, what we have here, ladies and gentlemen, is the Kiwoom Heroes versus the Hanwha Eagles. All right, we've got a game against two KBO teams. When this screen first came up, I almost choked because I thought it said 23,000, but it's 2,300. Wind is blowing out to center. Pretty even looking matchup. The pitchers are 39 and 45. Both of these teams have proven themselves twice. They're both 2-0. Neither team has an upgrade. Kiwoom Heroes have beaten the Goyang Heroes 18-4, and they beat the Icheon Bears 7-3. They picked up 3 players, all pitchers in the 30s. Not exactly a slot machine payout. Hanwha beat Seosan 12-1, and they beat the Kia Tigers 3-2. Their pickups are much more impressive. They have picked up 2 pitchers, Seo Hyun Kim at 40 and Scott Maxwell, who is starting today at 45. Let's go to the 5th. Hanwha winning 2-0. They know how to win close games. Let's go to the 7th, see if anything interesting happens. Wow, holding steady. Only 4 strikeouts through 6 innings. I think I'm going to do half innings from this point on. Okay, so top of the 7th, can Kiwoom get anything going? They only have 4 hits. Bottom 7. This is tight. Maxwell still on the mound. Top of the 8th, Kiwoom. Kiwoom's on the ropes here. Diego Aguilar, he's still starting. Wow, both of these guys going deep into the game with not many strikeouts comparatively. We're on the verge of losing Kiwoom. If Kiwoom loses, Hanwha will inherit 4 players, and the map won't change. Kiwoom will just disappear from the ocean. All right, bottom of the 8th. Hanwha. All right, Kiwoom has got to get 2 runs. Scott Maxwell still on the mound. He's beginning to wear out. Catcher, Jo-Hwan Choi. Taken care of. It looks like this is the last gasp for the Kiwoom Heroes. Still do it. 2 outs, but we get the bottom third of the order here. Byung-Wook Lim, 37-27. Definitely capable against a tired Scott Maxwell. He just Greg Lazinski did. I'm sorry, that's my go-to metaphor for standing there at the end of a must-win game. Oh man, I gotta find a clip of Greg Lazinski striking out looking in the playoffs in the 80s. I think it was 85. That like hurt my soul. That was the year I was a White Sox fan. Hanwha deflects Kiwoom. Kiwoom's ship sinks in the Pacific Ocean and they're gone. 4 players will escape to Hanwha. All right, Scott Maxwell has won 2 players of the game. He lost the 3-2 game, but he got player of the game and then was transferred to Hanwha. He's up to 13 total strikeouts. He just got his first victory. Scott Maxwell is awesome, but I can find no photograph of him anywhere. I thought, wow, this guy got an MVP and he was an import. He has no photo. And I just went and looked and was reminded why. So sadly, he will remain without a photo. But this is going to go up. He is now fair and nationally insignificant. I know that sounds funny. Seojung Kim, 33 rated Young Tak Sung. Ji Kang Choi. Okay, that'll do it for the imports. The best original player is Young Min Ha, 43 starting pitcher. This is huge. Hanwha Eagles. Okay, so they've imported 3 pitchers in the 40s and 3 pitchers in the 30s. So the rotation stays the same, and our imports are kind of sprinkled all over the place here. Giants Orange. Please don't attack Florida or Houston. I really don't want this to happen, but it's going to happen. We have 2 games in a row. DSL Giants Orange are hurling themselves against the Houston Astros. This is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. At the very least, maybe Houston could have a colossal mistake and just implode. There's like a 0.001% chance of that happening. But there is a chance. The other thing is, Houston wins this game. They're not getting better. Okay, the Houston Astros have upgraded Josh Hader twice. He's their closer. We're not going to see him in this game. He's at an 80. Look at this bullpen. Astros beat Sugarland 4-0. The DSL Giants Orange also 1-0. Have no upgrades, obviously. They're not on the map. They beat the DSL Guardians Goral 11-5. And they inherited left fielder Juniker Caceres. Let's see if he's in the lineup. Is he out there? Yes, he's batting third. 12,000 people, 65 degrees. I have almost no interest in this game. This is a pointless endeavor going straight to the 7th inning. Wow, Houston. It took Houston 5 innings to score a run. What are you smiling about, Luis Garcia? I guess you're doing okay. You're doing okay. Inning by inning, let's just see if this explodes. Yeah, it kind of is. Oh my god, am I really going to do it? Yeah, Giants Orange. Let's go, Giants Orange. Okay. I thought for a second. Gonna make a dent in this 8-run deficit. Another fly out. And finally... Do we have a complete game shutout here? Yeah, it's the second time. I think it's the second time they've done that. I believe Valdez also pitched a complete game shutout the first time. I'm sure he got the player of the game. No. Hey, he accounted for almost all of their runs. Juniker Caceres going to the major leagues. And Lender Bracco. Well, no, we've got 2. And it will be Lender Bracco going to the majors. And we have 2 teams. Okay, I just went through a heart attack moment where I realized that the map was wrong. So I had to backtrack since he moved here. I still haven't verified that yet, but I'm going to. I think that's right, though. The other things I have checked on, since he was the last thing I did yesterday, the second to last thing that happened yesterday was Bristol Vetra being beaten by Portland. So that's been taken care of. Yeah, that was it. DSL Toronto Blue Jays went before Portland, and they took this county right here, which they still have. And then before that was Hagerstown, and Hagerstown is good. So, man, that freaked me out. Because, I mean, this map gets ruined. This whole thing's gone. Man, that took the wind out of my sails. I was thinking about getting down to like 65 or something, but now I'm like, dude, don't press your luck. Just, I just need to proceed safely and be careful and make sure everything's done right. All right, let's see how these Titans change things. First, Lender Bracco's impact on the pitching staff. Avoid high leverage. Lineups, Juniker Caceres. Woo-wee. Look at this. Third string left fielder. Second pinch runner. I don't think I've seen a single game where they've used more than one pinch runner, but you never know. All right, now I'm just going to try to get out of this episode with everything intact. So we are going to quit in just a minute. Scottsdale Scorpions have not moved or been attacked since day one. Okay, they were the 21st team to get picked. But still, that was episode 1. Haven't seen them since. In fact, this might have been the team where I figured out Fall League teams can't import. They've only gone once. They beat the surprise Saguaros 4-3 behind the pitching of Mick Abel. And because of that win, they got a 50-point upgrade to Augusto Calderon. So they occupy this massive chunk of central Arizona. We're going to have a game. Boy, the anticipation here is nuts. They're going to play the Rafters, the Isotopes, the ACL Royals, or the ACL White Sox. It's going to be the Rafters. 2 AFL teams. We'll only have one left after this. All right, those of you that don't like the teams they can't import or import players that cause players to just become extinct, they're going to eat their own here. So we've got Scottsdale attacking Salt River. Let's talk about Salt River first. They've been more active. Oh, this is the team with Juan Guerrero. Juan Guerrero's upgraded 4 times. They have taken a county in Utah, and then they have been attacked 3 times. So this is their 4th game, the 4th time to get attacked. They beat the ACL Rockies 8-0. They beat Peoria Javelinas 7-5. They beat the ACL Angels 4-2. They have no players from these games, just pointless upgrades to Juan Guerrero, and he's never gone up 1 point. 53 people here. This is a couple of moms and a handful of girlfriends. Coleman Crow's getting his 2nd start. He's got his game face on. There is no Juan Guerrero anywhere to be seen. He's been at 36. He's 350 points of upgrades. Look, I don't care about this game. This is a formality. Going to the 5th. Rafters are winning. I kind of expect the Rafters to win this game, even though I don't really have any reason why. I mean, the only thing that's changed about them is the guy on their bench is getting better. Let's go to the 7th, see if this gets interesting late. Here's the 7th, a 3-2. Here's the 8th, 4-2. All right, Scottsdale's final gasp. Angel Shavili is in the game. We've seen him before. Let's see how he does versus Christian Moore and the bottom of the Scottsdale order. Turner Hill. From what we've seen of this guy, I think he got hit a few times in one game, but for the most part, this guy gets it done. Edinson Duran plays for Scranton in the Yankees organization. He's going to fly out with 3. Oh, there was an error in center field. Holy crap. Safe at third on the error in center field. That's 2 errors. Whoa, wait a minute. That was not an error. That was a legit triple. The center fielder just couldn't get to the ball. The tying run is at the plate in the form of Justin Crawford, our old friend from Lehigh Valley, and currently on the Phillies. I saw him a few days ago. Oh. Well, false hope. The false hope of baseball is more poisonous than anything. Again, that was the 4th time the Rafters been attacked. They're 4-0. Also, the Hanwha Eagles are now ranked number 6, although Salt River is going to pass them now. Just think of that. The Hanwha Eagles are ranked number 7, and the Salt River Rafters. And we're going to get another upgrade to Juan Guerrero and see if he can finally move. Coleman Crow just became a household name. These guys are just done. There's nothing for me to do with Scottsdale. Final remaining team in the Arizona Fall League is the Salt River Rafters. Coleman Crow is now a leader in wins and MVPs. Let's do Juan Guerrero while we're here. He is now tied for most upgrade points, which means he's going from insignificant to fair in both categories. Let's go ahead and give him his points. Can we get Juan Guerrero to move off of 36 for the first time ever? Any left category is questionable whether or not there's going to be any movement. I mean, this is better than getting, sacrifice bunting. Avoid K left. Oh, 550 though. Here's the moment of truth. 37, he went up 1 point for the first time ever. 450 points of upgrades to get from 36 to 37. Will he start now? Let's look at this page. Oh my gosh. The whole time he's been right here, right above Dion Jorge, and now he's way up here. Let's look at left since that was his actual improvement. Oh, he is the #1 pinch hitter versus left now. Cincinnati Reds to the southeast and southwest, surrounded by tiny counties. All right, the Cincinnati Reds haven't gone since they beat the Florence Yalls 25-0. They've never had an upgrade. Is it Ellie De La Cruz? Yes, it is. Whoa, that's unexpected. I mean, any of them would be unexpected. We have seen people go up 19 points just from a power right upgrade. He's already got power. All right, 85. I think he went up 13 there. That's exactly half of what the record is. His power overall is up to 80 now and 101 versus right. Sioux Falls Canaries. I just missed the wheel spin. So Sioux Falls just got picked. They're out in the middle of nowhere. I really want to stop doing this today. We're going to have Christian Cosby getting his 5th upgrade. They're land grabbing. What is he going to get? Control left. 466. 47 to 51. Oh, Wisconsin. Way up here. Oh my goodness. Well, I guess they're a few moves away from it, but they could close off this area. This is the last move of the episode. I am not posting stats in this one. It'll be in the next one. Yater Arenamo is the player for the Wisconsin Timber Rattlers. This will be his second time. Infield error. 249. This guy has golden hands. 44, second baseman, went up 3 from infield error. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope you're still enjoying it. I'm having a good time doing this. I just want to keep playing games, and it's annoying me that I have to edit. Thanks for watching, though, and hope everything is going well for you. Goodbye.